You are now tuned in.
Why don't we have like an intro with like someone like talking in the background?
I'm working on it. I may have gone on Fiverr. Episode number 117 of the Two Armenian Med podcast. Shant, how you feeling on this glorious Saturday night?
Good, man. Just been watching some World Cup recently. Have you been watching? Boston's doing really good.
Boston kicked ass today against Gibraltar. A couple of my employees are Moroccan.
No
And
way. Wow.
yeah, bro. One of them last week didn't think that they would make it to this
Of
round.
course.
And then they're like, all right, at least like we're not gonna make it out of this round. And now they're like, holy fuck.
How pumped are they?
They are pretty pumped. I don't know what the deal was, man. Why did they have Ronaldo playing at all?
I don't know. It made no like I just turned, I saw him on the bench. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, bro, that's so strange. I'm like, if Ronaldo was in right now, you guys have been out. I
It's
don't
like,
know
oh,
what.
let's take it easy on him. Let's just,
Let's just lose. Ronaldo was just being a dick. Like, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not getting paid enough for this shit. I'm not playing. Salary
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, Rolls Royces. Who's your team? Who's your now that US is out, like, or in general, who's been your team?
Germany.
Oh wow, they got fucked, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like all the good teams this year, or sorry, all like the actual like the real teams didn't make it anywhere, but for
Yeah.
like unforeseen reasons. Like Italy didn't make it, fucking Germany didn't make it, Portugal didn't
Spain,
make it.
Spain, Portugal, Brazil, like
It's just a lot of strange shit going on. Um, but no, I'm excited to see if Morocco advances because I would love to see these guys get
yeah,
fired up and like
yeah,
show me like their
just
talent
an
or whatever.
upset. Yeah. That'd be sick, man. It's so cool for that country right now.
You were telling me that you were just watching the Joe Rogan podcast. We've both been listening to the new David Goggins book is out, and he has me catching a second wind as far as motivation goes. Man, this guy does not upset. The second book is unreal. You were telling me about how you did you catch him on the Joe Rogan podcast? What was that all about? I didn't listen to it, and honestly, I wish I wish I could, but I was too busy listening to the book still to listen
Yeah,
to the podcast.
it's good, man. I'm halfway through, and he talks about the shit he's going through now, that his knee is fucked. I don't know if he talks about this in the book much, but we haven't gotten to that point.
Attentively, I have like 3 hours left, and right now all he keeps talking about is his fucked up knee. And I'm just like, all right, I know you've been running 250 miles.
Yeah,
Something's
so I
about
guess
to happen.
I guess what it is he had surgery and he can't run now.
Why would he want to? Like, just take it easy, bro. Do a couple sets of bench and just call it a day.
He's
Fuck
always running and he's always angry.
yeah, some motherfucker, and I, I was about to kick. I'm about to fuck him up, but I said hello, and I had to walk away because everybody recognized me. Yeah, he is. He always sounds like he's angry, but it's like that's just how he talks.
He never sounds just like happy, like just or tired or just he's just 24/7. I would hate to live with the guy, bro. It's like, hey, Goggins, what's for dinner? What?
Fuck up. You fucking get over here, make the fire,
Yeah,
cook the meat yourself.
yeah, that
Um,
guy's fucked, man. But he's
No,
He's
the book has not, bro. The book has not disappointed whatsoever, man. Like I thought that it was going to be like a bunch of like memoirs and like talking
yeah.
about how fame, like all like it
I
talks
didn't think
about.
I didn't think it could get any better.
What's funny is that a lot of the stuff that he's talking about happened during the time of right before the pandemic and during the pandemic.
Mhm.
And coincidentally, I picked the book up very, very late, and I picked it up during the pandemic, and it's the reason why I quit smoking. The 40%
Crazy.
rule is the reason why I was able to quit smoking. It's like one of the most famous things that I think he's always cited saying is like that you never actually know the potential that the human mind has. And it wasn't until he started getting really deep into this concept about his running and the Navy SEAL shit that he was doing. It
Mhm.
wasn't until he really broke that down that it that it clicked for me. Is like, listen, your mind, and this is I think what he says is that your mind will create every single excuse why you can't do something until you show it that it can.
Yeah.
Like it's the biggest bullshit artist that you know, basically. But he goes further than that in the book. Obviously, I'm not going to give away the book. However, the premise behind tonight's conversation that I wanted to have was obviously I've been going through some shit this past year between burnout, between breakup, between not even just breakup, but it's just like learning a lot about like what
Mhm.
I like, what I'm looking for, how hard it is to be somebody like me and maintain, a healthy relationship, healthy work-life balance, um, and scaling back on work for pleasure and why that actually is fucking me. It's a very, very sensitive conversation for me to have is okay, I'm going to scale back work to try and take care of myself.
Mhm.
But at the same time, the mind is loving every second of that and is encouraging more and more, quote unquote, self care at every opportunity. And this is really, really fucking me because it's making me more and more lazy every single time that I
Wow.
use this whole excuse. So I wanted to bring that up and talk a little bit about how to recognize how this is either getting in your way or it's actually looking out for you. What is like the healthy anxiety or healthy sort of warning
The
that we're
thing you're
getting
trying
from
to
her?
the one that you're trying to kick. Do you want to explain you said the 40% rule?
Hmm. You're still on that, huh?
Yeah.
So the 40% rule, as how I understood it, is just when you think that you're done,
Oh,
you think this is it, this is all I got, I can't do anymore, I can't do anymore. You've only hit about 40% of your maximum potential.
yeah, that's insane.
So if I were to Google it, then the 40% rule, the feeling that you're completely tapped out
Mm.
only comes when you're 40% done and you still have actually 60% left in the tank, which brings me to my first point. And it brings me to the gym. And
Okay.
and I can tell you this is one that really kicks my ass every single time. And it's a really it wasn't until about a year into lifting that this wasn't very, very clear. Like it became very, very clear a year into lifting and getting pushed by a trainer at first, and then working out with other people and measuring data points and whatnot, but getting very, very granular. People will say I did, a set of 12 and it was really, I felt it like really getting kind of hard to do. And okay, did you go to failure though? Did you hit failure, or at least close to failure? Yeah. I think I did. Okay, let's do another set. And you're at the 12th one, and like you think you're at almost failure, and you're just like, okay, push, go. And you end up going until like 17.
Yeah.
And it's like, how the fuck was that close to failure at 12? And I realized that it's so easy to listen because the voice saying stop is so loud that you have to stop. The voice, the compulsion to stop is like powerful. But this kicks in way before you're actually able, you way before you're actually way before you actually need to stop. Sorry, that took a little while. And I realized it's not until I really started saying "fuck that," no, let's keep pushing it a couple more, that this voice is bullshit, but it kicks in every single workout. What's the way around this is the question. How did I get myself around this? First of all, did I make that very, very clear in terms of how this is an actual roadblock or a trigger for, hey Adi, be lazy, help me out here, like don't, like you're really stressing us out here? Do you have this too at the gym or not so much? You're kind of like adapted.
Yeah, I mean, as far as just keep going, I mean, it really depends just the mood I'm in.
So at first, when I first started running, Shant, I hadn't run. Running was like a new concept to me. Running like distances of like half a mile, quarter mile. My first quarter mile, I had to stop because my body got into an intense state. First of all, it was like a week or two after I quit smoking, and I was short of breath, and my body just didn't know what the fuck I was trying to put it through. So
you want to know something crazy about that, just to piggyback?
Yeah.
So I've never run. Like, I'm not a runner. I played basketball my whole life, but I've never just been a guy who runs on the treadmill, or, my cardio's just always been basketball. I know there's running in basketball, but just like
sprints.
Yeah. So I never did, right? Me and Betty, we had a Fitbit back in the day when we just moved out here, and we were in a competition with like other couples. And I swear to God, just to win that, I would go out on 4, 5, 6 mile runs. I've never done that. And that would just push me to keep, because like there was one day, it would go from Monday through Friday, and it would end on Friday at midnight. And I would just be running because the other person was going, and it was like the end of the night. And I'm just going just to beat that. And I've never run so much, but I would. So I believe in that so much, where you have so much more to go than you really think.
Yeah, and it's amazing. And I didn't really find this out until after I quit smoking. And when I first started running, that like your mind kicks in so much before you're actually capable of going. And this concept really, really stuck with me, but it only stuck with me for a little while. And because the mind is so overwhelming, because the voice is so overwhelming, that you start to believe that this is real. Like, I should actually stop. There's a health hazard somewhere. So what I did was to combat this particular thing, the making me sort of physically lazy aspect is first of all, with the gym, it's a little bit tough. But what I do is that because some exercises it's actually dangerous. It's actually like really, really dangerous.
Huh.
You don't want to do this on the bench. Like if you think you're at failure and you're going to try
Yeah.
and do like another couple, I would strongly encourage not to. But what I would do was okay, I'm going to not try and do failure on that, but I'm going to hop on the hammer strength machine and keep pushing past failure on it. Try to find ways that it wouldn't be an actual hazard. Similar to running, I got worried that while I was going to be running, that I was going to have some sort of health episode.
Wow.
So I didn't know at first, and that's when I bought it. The Apple Watch had a feature that if you fall, it'll call 911.
Really?
Yeah. So I went out and bought it so that if my head told me, yo, if you pass out right now, you're fucked because no one's going to know. So that's why I bought it. So first, I started off with 1 mile runs just to tell my body, yo, listen, like this is new. You can handle it. Then like 2, then
Yeah.
3, then 5.
What was the
And
most
then
you ever went?
I think it was like 5 or 6. 6, I think 6. I did a 6 on Labor Day, but I wanted to go more. So anyway, I just want to make this sort of summed up. But basically what I did was I kept a mental log of all the different excuses that my mind was creating and just tried to remember it for the next time. So that, oh, it said this last time. It said that last time. It said that last. So like you almost keep a catalog of, yo, is this an excuse or is this a real reason? What do you got for me, Sean? Next one. What's your lazy?
Yeah, it's the first one has to be because you guys you probably all you've seen that I get up at 4 a.m. Monday through Friday, um,
Yeah,
every
what's the
morning.
motivation like on that one, especially with kids? Like I can't do that now, bro. What the fuck?
Every morning, bro, it's a fucking battle, man. Every morning, it's like, why? Just go to bed, go back to sleep, man. No one will care. People will understand. It's talking to me, you know. Everyone's gonna get it. You need the rest, man. You have kids. You've been working a lot. Just go back to bed. It's cold out. And every day I have to just tell myself, shut the fuck up, man. Just get up. And there has been days that um I have lost, but it's been a lot more I've won than lost. The funniest part is Wednesday is the hardest day to wake up because Wednesday, you've gone Monday and Tuesday, the alarm goes off Wednesday, and you're like, well, I went Monday and Tuesday already. Take break. Then I got Thursday, Friday. I'll knock it out. Maybe I'll hop in on Saturday. You just start talking to yourself on Wednesday. That's the easiest day to just say, don't worry about it, man. Just go back to bed.
Fuck. So let me ask you a question. Do you kick your ass after you skip Wednesday? Do you go harder on Thursday if you did skip it? Or
Yeah, I am I do not like missing.
but you don't actually have a punish. You don't have an accountability buddy at this point. You're just keeping it to yourself. If you miss Wednesday, nobody like
No, that's the thing. That's why I post it for accountability. I'm in 2 other accountability groups of people for this. So like I hear it the days I haven't.
realistically speaking, Shah, say, all right, so you wake up and you're like, all right, I basically do that sometimes too. I'm like, oh, thank God I can go back to sleep.
Yeah.
But it's like, listen, when the motivation isn't there, when your mind is telling you, bro, you got kids, you got this, all these excuses why you shouldn't. What is the particular phrase that you're telling it that you should? is it just shut the fuck up, I gotta do this? Or are you trying to also, are you trying to use a particular excuse, a particular reason why you have to do this?
Listen, man, it's easy for me to sit here and bullshit and say, I sit there and I think about my goals, I think about, you know, my future and this amazing motivation,
Yeah,
right?
why are you doing it?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why, but I'm not sitting there telling myself that to get up, this imaginary like motivation. You just get up and I'm just like, all right, don't think, man. Just don't think. Just get the fuck up. Just get up. Don't think. Move your body. Once you move your body, you're up. And that's it. It's that quick reaction. I either listen to it and I get up or I just go back to sleep. So why am I doing it? Did
Yeah,
that
are
make
you
sense?
doing this? Are you do? Yeah, that did make sense. It's just there has to be some sort of motivation behind it. Are you doing it because you want to see exactly how tough you are mentally? You trying to build up? Is it like a cold shower thing? What is the deal at 4 a.m.?
So it's a couple things, man. It buys me more time in my day, right? Which I need right now. So that's part of it. Um, that was when the other reason is I'm that's the only time I can meditate or work out. Those are the only times. And through meditation, it came to me, which sounds weird. I'm like, how do I make more time to spend time with my kids, and work out? And it just popped. I'm like, I got to get up earlier, man. Like, I just have to. And that's been the reason, man, because it's the only way I'll get to work out, only way I'll get to meditate. And it just buys me more time.
You can't work out midday.
What happens is, man, so I
I'm
can
just
find
playing
the
devil's
time.
advocate here. I'm just sort
Yeah,
of curious.
I was doing that the past like couple months ago, but then I found what happened is like I could find time during the day. I can't go in the evening. I'm like after like we put the kids down. I'm not the person. I've tried to go. I can't go in the evening, and I don't want to come home late because I want to help Betty put the kids away. And during the day, I would find time and I'm like, all right, I don't have much to do. I could just go to the gym. Then I'm like, I'm cutting work short just to go to the gym. So I'm like, all right, I had to do the mornings, man. Had to.
This is going to bring me to my next point. I thought that I was going to stop doing as many YouTube videos, and I did stop doing YouTube videos as frequently, but now I've been on a, like, I promised myself that I would do one every single day from now
Mm,
on. Every single day. And I've done one every single day
yeah.
for the past like week now. And so I don't want to give away the book too much, but David Goggins, he stopped during a race, and he couldn't finish, and he got into like a little bit of a health situation where he didn't want to risk it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stopped, came back. They were about to pack it up and go home. He asked his girl, "What time does the finish line close?" And he got back up and he finished the race. But I think he finished it after the allotted time. But he still finished.
Sick fuck.
He's a sick fuck. But the issue is that he couldn't swallow giving up. He couldn't live with it.
Yeah.
And in the same way, I came to the realization that I can't do this whole just don't do it, look after yourself thing. Because that's a bullshit excuse. Not being able to post a video every single day, that's like saying you can't sit down and play games.
Yeah.
Like you can't sit down and play Tetris for a couple hours. That's a fucking cakewalk. I get it. Going to work after a 10-hour day, coming home at 8:30, 9 p.m., sitting down and doing a video doesn't sound like the most exciting thing, especially because if you're trying to get 8 hours of rest and go to the gym at 5 or 6 a.m., you probably should sleep pretty soon, right? And
Yeah.
there's very little motivation at 9 p.m. at night to make a video and be done at 11 or 12 and only get like 6 hours of sleep to go to the gym. But right now, I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with the every single night how you go and wake up to go to the gym at 4 a.m. I am coming home at 8 or 8:30 the past few days and doing that with myself to make a video.
Hmm.
When over the past year, I've been having trouble cranking out one or two a week. I have to crank out one a day.
Hmm.
That's
It's tough, man. That's a legitimate mental battle, right? That's all it is.
because, bro, it's not just putting on some pants and showing up to the
Yeah.
gym. Like, I got to actually
Be
sit down,
on.
come up with
Yeah.
content.
So I'm saying it's mental. It's the mental battle, which is the hardest.
Well, here's how I am overcoming this one. This is particularly pretty interesting. A lot of times when I sit down and try and do something that my mind's telling me, "Oh, don't do it. Like you got this, you got this." It's not a good time. Right now is not a good time. Or hey man, like you're really, really tired. Like, dude, like just your bed's up, just take a nap real quick. Like
Yeah.
there's so
Yeah.
much shit that your mind wants you to do first. And before that, like my mind will tell me, like, okay, like you should eat something before you start this, or like you should go take a shower before you start this, or like, hey, watch this YouTube video first before you start this. And it's like, listen, I got it, I can do all of this nonsense, but I won't be able to go to sleep tonight until I get this video done. So it's like you can dick around
Yeah.
or you can get to it. However, we ain't going to sleep until this video gets done. But the good thing is that you are not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry to get it done. I need to take my sweet ass time or else it just doesn't get done correctly. What happens is that once I put myself in this framework of it's gonna happen either way. Either now or at fucking 1 a.m., it's gonna happen. So what do you want to do? Once I actually break out the laptop and start doing some shit, the thing is that flow state really kicks in. It really just it
Yeah.
brings me to a point where I'm just cranking out the actual template for what I need to do. And once I hit record, the beauty of it is that because it's not live, because I have editing and
Yeah.
cutting
The power.
capabilities, I can slow down if I need to. I can think properly if I need to and just get the content delivered clearly. However, making it optional, like I'll just not do one tonight, I'll do one tomorrow. Tomorrow, this is where shit is getting really, really messy.
Yeah.
Like you not waking up at 4 a.m. on Wednesday is setting you up for possibly not waking up at 4 a.m. not on Thursday, but on like Saturday.
Yeah.
And I realize that if it's something that you can do every single day and build that habit and tell yourself, listen, I'm not doing this to try and build a habit. I'm doing this to try and see, okay, even if after the 150th time or the 2000th time, if my brain is going to continue telling me the same shit or not. Let's
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah. I think for me, the next one is you're speaking about habits, like right on point. I've been trying to build the habit of meditating every day.
Ooh.
right?
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, and there's days where I'm just like, because my goal's in the mornings, but I know if I don't hit the morning, I got to do the evening, and
Do you do it just once a day?
once a day. Yeah, it's about 30-ish minutes.
That's a long meditation, bro.
Yeah.
Why don't you cut that down into two?
So I like to. Well, first of all, I don't know shit about it, right? I have my coach. The guy meditates for like hours a day. He's awesome. Hopefully, we can actually have him on one day. He's fucking just when you see him just walking, he looks like he floats on water, bro. Like
He's
that's
just calm.
just amazing energy. And he was telling me about meditating and stuff, and I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna try. And I started noticing some stuff, so I really, really want to stick to it. And the best way to do it is before you meditate, do a breathing exercise to get your mind, primed up. And then the meditations are usually like 15, 20 minutes. So it takes time. I need that time. And if I don't do the morning and it's like the evening time and I'm like, all right, well, if I skip today, it's fine. But I'm like, no, this is something I've never been able to do. It's been such a battle. I've been trying to meditate for years.
What are the reasons that your mind is telling you every single time that you try to sit down and meditate? What's sort of the top reasons why it tells you no?
Like, don't meditate.
Yeah, like it tries to make you not do it.
Just like, it doesn't work, right? It's just whatever, it's all hoopla bullshit, hippie stuff. And I'm just like, it don't matter, man. It's not going to work. Right. But I just want to stick to the action. I've noticed a lot of differences, man, especially in like being more aware of like my actions. Like if I do something where I'm like kind of yelled at, like gave Betty attitude or did something, I'm like, I'm more aware of it quicker. So yeah, it's been good, man. I've missed a couple of days here and there for sure, but I'm just trying to keep going. Not every day. I'm just trying to keep going, man.
So interesting, dude. So, can I ask you, how do you meditate? Do you listen to something that's guided, or you just
Yeah.
sit there and just observe your thoughts?
No, I've had to, man. Before it was like try to sit there, but I'm thinking of other stuff. Then it was like the guided ones on YouTube, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like pull up my phone and whatever. So I lay down in the dark, eyes closed.
Naked?
No, my
No,
coach gave me a
that's
guided. Yeah, he gave me a guided meditation from Dispenza, and it's one that you have to buy. You can't just like find it online. So it's a really good one.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? What meditations are you buying? What is it? Is this like a super meditation? What is it?
Well, I don't know. No, my coach got it when he was at Dispenza's event. You know Joe Dispenza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do any like psychedelics with the meditation you had, the premium HBO meditation?
He's done
What the fuck are you
psychedelics.
talking about? What meditation did he buy?
Yeah, he's done psychedelics, man.
I'm considering it, honestly.
Me too. Me and Betty too. Betty's like, yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Hold on. So for what?
For me,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. If we do, like, I want to come up with an intention. Like, why do I want to go in there? Right now, I don't have one. I'm just like, fuck it. Let's just see what happens.
I have particular reasons, but
What is it? If you want to share, you don't have to.
work. It's complex trauma work. But the issue is there's multiple different ways to have it done. There you could do like recreational mushrooms. You could do like psilocybin or psilocybin or whatever it is. You could do ayahuasca, just like intense. Will Smith talks about it in his book.
There's the ceremonies.
So I've been considering it, honestly. I've been talking to a few people about it. Back to meditation though, sorry to take you off track. So I would do guided meditations and stuff like that all the time, and they're great and all. But I found a lot more clarity in the following. You're gonna appreciate this. I'll go to a public place and I will do everything I can to not listen to anything, close my eyes, and observe every single thought that comes in.
Hmm.
And just see what eventually, after as many just dismissing, what are the issues that my mind has created? Because
Hmm.
I feel like when you're listening to a guided meditation, you're also getting distracted. Yes, it's relaxing because you're doing the deep breathing, but as far as mental clarity, I noticed that without any sounds whatsoever, I noticed that I can understand what's happening, what my mind is actually thinking about a little bit easier. I could tap into that much better.
Well, I'm gonna send you the one. I think you'll see the value in it, and you'll see why, and I think you'll get more out of it. I'll send it to you if you want.
Send it over. Believe me, I'm not saying that guided meditations aren't useful. I'm just saying, as far as if you're actually doing any work.
This is work. Trust me. You'll see. You'll
Okay,
see.
all right. I don't doubt it. That's why I asked. When you're purchasing something, there definitely has to be some sort of benefit. That's why I even mentioned the psychedelics, because there's all sorts of interconnectivity with meditation. So, but coming back to the point of, it's difficult, right? It's very hard to meditate, to want to meditate, or to get yourself to meditate. But imagine meditating and not even listening to anything. The
Yeah.
very the very thought of, I have to sit there and actually sit there with my thoughts, is fucking excruciating. Like, all the different shit that your mind can tell you in 30 minutes is absurd.
Yeah.
So the motivation behind that, I also struggle with it too, Sean. It's like, listen, like, you're a busy guy, you got a ton of shit that you have to do. You're gonna actually sit there for half an hour and listen to your mind berate you about how you don't have time for this shit?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It really is. But that is my only two. That's all I have. I didn't have a third one that I'm like lazy with or struggling with right now. But the meditation is hard, man, because it's so out of character, right? I used to like make fun of that stuff, to be like, oh, these weirdos, right? Hippies do that shit. But just I've taken it so seriously, and I really respect the game of like the people who have found like tons of success and they talk about it. I used to think it was bullshit. Now I'm just like, man, I see it, man, and I see, I get the ceremony, the ayahuasca stuff. I know people think it's stupid, but it's like seeing the people who have done that stuff and how in tune and present they are with life.
Yeah, your
It's
presence is
insane.
huge.
It's insane. We're so like thing with, our phone and this and that. We're not even plugged into reality, bro. We are in the fucking matrix, right?
Yeah, man. Being present and being patient. The other one is patient, man. Fucking meditation for me was a patience thing. It taught me to just shh. You don't have to listen to everything. You don't have to react to everything. You can just observe whatever it is that your mind got pissed off about. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I'll notice myself getting like getting angry about something, but then I'll be like, wait a second. What is this? What is it? Like, why did I just get angry right now internally? Like why, like what was this that triggered me? And then I start to like uncover the shit. And like without meditation, I wouldn't have ever got that far. It would have
Wow.
been the surface level, like the nerve hit to get angry, and I didn't even think about it. I didn't
Wow.
even flinch. I just got angry. And then that whole thing just catapulted. But the benefit that I'm seeing out of meditation is happening more, not from the whole guided stuff, but from the just observing stuff, observing what thoughts are coming in. So I'm interested to see what this whole thing is that you just
Yeah.
sent me, the pay-per-view uh meditation that
This one, Dispenza actually comes to your house and he guides you through it personally.
seriously.
So what's your last one, man?
So my last one has to do with food. I have
Okay.
an eating problem. Um, I have a little bit of an eating disorder since I was a kid. And sometimes controlling calories or not eating too much is a problem for me. And still, even it is now. So
So like what are some of the things you can't resist?
if I get started on nuts, I won't stop. Like pistachios,
Mm, that
peanuts.
saltiness, man.
Yeah, man, it drives me nuts. Even shawarma. If I have a rule that I can't eat shawarma during business hours because it's just nonstop. I just keep going and picking at it and going. Um,
Wow.
but that's always been one of my weaknesses, and I'll tell you why. My mind has always sought comfort in very difficult situations. It's always sought that comfort in food. It's always used food to patch up whatever problem or negative emotion I've been having.
Well,
So
I'm sure
not
that's most people, man, to be honest.
possibly, but to my degree, it led me to like 250-pound morbid obesity. So I think mine is a little bit more severe than a lot of others. However, nowadays it's probably, who knows, it's probably
Well,
comparable.
I think 50% of the country is fucking obese, bro. So a lot of people are dealing with that.
Mindless eating.
Yeah.
And this is a big problem for me, even up until now, it is. And I use it as an opportunity to understand me a little bit better. When I start to overeat, it's sort of like meditation in that it starts to make you aware of what's happening. Why are you eating so much? Or like, why are you chomping away?
Yeah.
And address that. Like, if I felt the need to eat, but I just ate like an hour ago, I ask myself right now, am I stressed? Am I not feeling good about something? Am I nervous?
Mm.
What is the reason why I'm overeating right now? And I use it as an opportunity to get in touch with like a anxiety issue or a stress issue. It's sick because yeah, it's something that I constantly need to fight, but at the same time I use it as like a messenger, like, yo, you are you actually hungry? Can you fucking wait a half an hour? So it's a good and it's a terrible thing, but it's a great thing also because it also, instead of just, again, like how I said before about mindlessly getting angry, whenever like something happened, like how meditation helps you to become
Yeah.
aware and present. Eating for me sometimes when I have the impulse to overeat or continue snacking, it brings me awareness telling me, yo, you're trying to avoid doing something
Mhm.
that you don't want to do, or you're stressed out about something, or you're feeling bad about something. You're using the food to try and distract you or make you feel better about whatever it is that's really stored deep down. So it's an opportunity. When I start overeating, it's an opportunity for me to address whatever the fuck it is that's bothering me.
Yeah, that's it's a big one, man, because a lot of people struggle with that, dude, and that's that's such a fucking like tough battle, dude. Like some people are like, "Oh, I've never experienced that." Yeah, but if you do experience it, because I do too, maybe not to extreme levels like others, but that is one of the hardest things if you have like a food addiction for comfort.
Yeah, man, and
It's,
I'm constantly around food, bro.
yeah,
It's like nonstop.
like it sucks for me, man. Like we could be eating out at a restaurant like today, and like, all right, Betty's, I'll just finish her plate. Oh, Leo too, I'll finish your plate. Like I'll just keep going. I'm full, but I'll just keep going.
And it's why did you stop to even ask yourself, why am I doing it? Is it because we were taught that you have to finish everything on
Finish.
the
Yeah,
plate?
yeah.
Or is it because fucking every single time that there was a fight in the house, it was probably at the dinner
Over food.
table?
Yeah, it was over
Yeah.
food. Probably both of them combined, man. It's always like finish, 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 finish. Um, it's like it's okay if I leave a piece of fucking meat there. It's not gonna.
The problem was that we'd finish, but then a refill would come too. And then they would talk about how we're gaining weight. Like you're eating too much, but you just literally fucking you did this.
Yeah, you're
You did this.
pushing.
I don't understand why you're upset. You made dinner. You know, like we went to the
And then they say, yeah,
together.
like I've said this to my parents. I'm like, yeah, you make it with all like the shit ingredients. They're like, no, it's not the shit ingredients, it's you. I'm like, no, I get fat from the shit ingredients, not because like I just feel like it.
Yeah, use breadcrumbs and canola oil. Cut it out.
I have high cholesterol. Nah, it's not from this. It's from your shit. Like
What
what?
about? I remember distinctly. Last thing, like I know it's getting late. Um, your dad just had a heart attack back in like I want to say 2003. I want to
Okay, yeah,
say, and we were visiting in Jersey. I think it was like Home and Event Olympics
yeah,
that weekend.
yeah.
And he calls in a takeout order to a Chinese food place. and he goes, fried rice, but don't refry it. I just had a heart attack. Just fry it once. My dad's like, what? You hear yourself right now?
Zero fucks, man.
Like he's trying to be healthy. Like only fry it fresh. Don't refry it. I know sometimes you guys like that. Like he knows, he's well aware that like they do this type of shit. So like he has to use caution.
And so the story was he had the heart attack at the house because he ate semsek.
Fresh
Okay.
out of the fryer.
Yeah. He ate semsek. He drives himself to the hospital. My mom's in the car with him. And he's like, no, no, no. I'm driving. You're not driving to the. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, he's like,
Having a heart attack. You can't
he's in
even
the
grab
middle. He's in the middle of a heart attack. And he won't, like, he's like, no, no, I got it. I got it. Like, let her fucking
toxic,
drive.
bro. Toxic, man.
And
Fucking toxic, man.
the best is he stopped eating semsek. Okay. What was it? 10 years later, he eats semsek. has another heart attack. The same.
Doesn't fucking like
Now,
how? How does it keep happening on Semsek?
and now he fucks with my mom's like, hey, let's Semsek tonight. Let's
He's not even traumatized. Like he fucks with her. Like, yeah, make some Semsek.
Yeah, he's trying to fuck with her. Like, you should be like the one worried, bro.
Your mom looks at him like it's not even funny.
She gets mad. Like, it's so bad.
Oh man, your mom. Did you tell your mom that you meditate?
No, I don't think they know what that means.
You should try and get them to do it one day. See what they like. What kind of shit comes
What do you
out
think
of
they're
their
gonna
mouth.
respond like? What's that? You like?
You gay? You gotta cut that out. Cut that out. That's my bad.
It's funny because that's what my dad would say.
Fuck, man. I gotta. If you noticed a break in the, we had to do
First
some.
time in history making edit.
Yeah. My bad. Um. So yeah, our parents aren't really the meditating kind. Actually, I think that my mom just started getting into it after I told her that I do it. She was asking me like, "How are you so relaxed now all the time?" I'm just like, I meditate, and she goes, "What's that?
Like
Yoga?"
Ude meditation.
Yeah. Like, what do I do? I'm like, you just sit there and just shut up. An easy concept, really. Just shh. She goes, "What is it? Timeout?"
Oh, I love your mom.
Glorified timeout.
Yeah, I love your mom, dude. She's literally she was my second mom growing up, man.
Likewise, bro. All right, yalla. I gotta actually get to work on this
Oh, no,
Saturday
yeah.
night.
You guys need to check out your new YouTube channel, man. What's it called? Because yeah, you're going deep on that, dude. You're really putting this shit out there. What's the name of the new channel?
Tomorrow it'll be relaunched. Basically, what happened was that I changed negotiation guides, the Ari on YouTube channel. I changed it to Anxiety Explored, which is the YouTube channel's name, but I changed it back to the car page, and I'm making a separate page for the anxiety one. So there's
Really?
going to be a YouTube page for negotiation guys, which is going to have a new video every day. And then there's going to be its own
What are you
page.
going to put on the negotiation guides?
Basically what I've been putting up for the past few days now, you could see. And then I have some other video concepts that I'm also going to be producing too. But it's going to be a very interesting year. I'm
Wow, so you're back to cars. Yeah, wow.
both. I can't. David Goggins really fucked with me.
Literally, huh?
Yeah, man. Second win, dude. He made me quit smoking the first time, and he fucking dragged my ass back in. All in.
Did you make like a hey guys, I'm back or no?
No, I will though. I'll let him know that it's not that so much that I'm back, but I'm doing both now. So the whole self-care thing really fucking backfired.
Wow. Well, I'm interested.
Yeah, my chips are all in, bro. If you want to make your bets now,
Well, I use Carvana. Like, is it going to be like Carvana stock, just super down right now?
what do you mean?
Their stock's like $5, bro.
I mean, I would probably buy my stock because my stock is fucking zero right now. So
Damn, they were at 360 down to $5. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Another topic for another day.
yeah, my stock already plummeted a few months ago, so
Yeah.
now would be a great time to buy.
I'm buying, bro. Let me know
Yeah, I
when
would
you're buying.
probably buy as many as you can because
I got like $3 here, so let me know.
That was an insider trade tip.
All right, Adi.
All right, homeboy. I will talk to you. Time to get to work.
Good night, everyone.